we have Neptune and Jupiter conjoining in our sky right now. But everybody, super duper asteroid fight club, buckle up, because the last 54 hours of Mars in Aquarius are going to be strange, weird, and dangerous. Day 47 of the Ukraine invasion, and Putin and Russia have lost over 20,000 troops, countless tanks, and other military machines. He's let his top wartime general go, and yesterday he arrested 100 of his intelligence agents because they weren't doing a good job. But Putin says that overall it's going wonderfully, and launching an invasion of a place with 44 million people from his 110 million people Russia during a pandemic was a great idea. And a reminder, the last time that Neptune and Jupiter were conjoining, I think it was 1560, and there was a Russia-Crimea war, and then they signed the Paris Peace Treaty, and then also World War II ended at a Neptune and Jupiter conjunction. So you can still pray for peace, but definitely I think the next 54 hours are going to be wild. You had a mass shooting in New York earlier this morning. Up to 16 people were shot, and supposedly he brought, they don't know if they were bombs or smoke bombs, but it was a very bad scene in New York this morning. And for today's severe weather watch, they have officially added red into about 46% of Iowa. And so if you are in these zones or these zones or this zone, you need to be watching out, because you've had at least 6 tornadoes, and this big storm is going to continue through today and tomorrow. And multiple states have been getting pegged with grapefruit and softball-sized hail. And Arkansas got hit really hard. So yeah, dude, the next 54 hours, you need to be playing super defense and stay super aware, in my opinion. Hello, I'm your Planetary Defense Commander, Star-Lord, New Thor 7, the T, and every single month I do a fundraiser to keep THORnews up and running. I've only got $593 left to raise for April, so if you'd like to contribute, it would be super duper greatly appreciated, especially ahead of Easter Day weekend. You know how to do it. You're really smart. I got a mailbox, PayPal, Venmo, CashApp, Patron. Okay, great. Let's get back to the news. But yeah, later today and this afternoon, we're going to be looking for tornadoes and big storms to be firing up all along this dry line. It's going to cause problems. It's been causing problems. And so everybody be ready. Cool thing happened where as this sunspot was turning off the sun, we had a new one appear. So we have gone with a sunspot on the sun for a period of consistent time as solar cycle 25 starts to pick up strength. Or as Scott McIntosh says, it's just incredible that our sun can oscillate in activity so wildly. This is why it's still a topic of active research and not done. And like I was saying, nobody knows what the sun is going to do, man. There are no solar experts or super sun geniuses who know exactly what the sun is going to do. All right, just one of many stars, but absolutely critical to our understanding of those stars. And remember, Betelgeuse has just been freaking out since 2019. And so, yeah, dude, life, it's a roller coaster ride. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. And not surprisingly, with one sunspot, you're getting some pretty cold and cool and above colder average temperatures than normal. And you got a blizzard blowing through like the Dakotas and Iowa and Wyoming and Utah. Shout out to Colleen and her frozen trash can. And then you got major wildfire situation and major winds happening throughout here. And apparently this wildfire situation is very bad. I'm doing it well. National Interagency Fire Center. 9 new large fires were reported yesterday, 6 in the southern area, 2 in the southwest area, and 1 in the Rocky Mountain area. Containment goals were achieved on 10 wildfires yesterday. Great job, firefighters. Yeah, dude, next 48 hours, 54 hours, going to be crazy. QAnon had his first official drop in years, and he just said, watch the water. And I can guarantee you, the QAnon team has been watching my videos for years, although they don't like me and they disagree with a lot of the shit I say even though most of the time it comes true. All right. Maybe he's referencing the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in Pisces. But overall, this happens once every 13 years. And so, maybe the Russia-Crimea thing was in 1860. That sounds more appropriate when they signed a peace treaty. Yeah, Neptune and Jupiter in Pisces. And you know what? Remember, Jesus kicked off the age of Pisces. And so I'm guessing it's going to be there's going to be a whole lot of Spirit of Christ in Easter on Sunday. All right. Crazy days, dudes. All right. And you got travel alerts for North Dakota because the weather's crappy with the blizzard and all. And one of the things about America is you're allowed to have your own religious beliefs. I'm a Norse Christian Jedi, and I do my best to attain to the two laws Jesus Christ gave us: love God above all else, and love your neighbors, your family. So it's basically like love God, love people. And so I do my best, and I think forgiveness is super duper majorly important. And as someone who was raised Lutheran, grace without works is dead, bro. You got to put some actions behind your mouth. All right, man, am I spicy today or what? Are you watching this? Mixed precipitation. And yeah, fuck politics. All right. So you got a big blizzard moving in, and then you got heavy rains and snowball-sized hail and lots of wind and shiz. I had a weird thought yesterday. It was probably part of the Neptune and Jupiter conjunction delusions of grandeur. I was like, you know what? I might be president in 2032. That's kind of weird to think about, though. I'd have to start my own party because I do not believe in the Democrats or the Republicans, and I think they're like 100-year-old features that keep trying to drag us back into the past and do what they can to divide and conquer everybody all the freaking time. All right. Look at that. That's crazy wind. Yeah, dude, this is going to cause freaking major problems as this thing rolls over. Yeah, red Ames, red Des Moines, red near Sioux City, red near Omaha. Like Lindsay says, if you have friends and family there, give them a call. And you know what? For weeks I've been talking about the last few, day or two or three or four of Mars in Aquarius, leaving Saturn all alone in Aquarius when Mars finally goes into Pisces with Jupiter, Neptune, and Venus. And we have a giant window starting on the 14th through like May 10th to find peace in our world. But I imagine the devil will do everything he can to fuck that shit up. Putin admits that he has invaded Ukraine with over 100,000 troops, hit them with over 1,500 missiles. But he says any negative information that comes out or is reported is totally fake. But remember, when it was reported that they were going to invade Ukraine, he said that information was totally fake. If there's one thing about liars, it's once they've busted him a lie, it's best never to trust them ever again. Justin Gibbs, this is as dangerous, it may be even more so, as a severe weather threat today because every wildfire is an EF5. So yeah, man. So buckle up, Asteroid Fight Club. This is basically what we've been training for 9 years. And hey, guess what? Alaska, just like the lower 48, you are getting in on this action too. A potent storm will impact areas along the East Aleutian Islands, the Primitive Islands, and the Akpan, along with the southwest coastline, and Bristol Bay and Coxswain-Delta. All right, I got to work on my pronunciations. Just letting y'all know. And with all the gas giants on the same side, all the solar activity we've been seeing lately, remember we had a dead sunspot fire off a coronal mass ejection straight at Earth. That'll be hitting us on the 14th. We are on the lookout for earthquakes and volcano eruptions. And so this was an eruption today in Colombia. And it's always trippy to see volcanic activity from a city, although I've never seen it in person. But yeah, New Mexico's been blazing up pretty bad over the last day. Apparently it's super windy in the deserts. And then basically this solar storm plasma ejection is going to hit Earth in the face pretty much around the minute that Mars finally enters Pisces. And so Mars goes from being like in technology city, hanging out with Elon Musk, and then Mars will dump straight into the ocean where Jupiter and Neptune and Venus are swimming. So definitely expect sometime on the 14th a major energetic shift. Then on the 16th we have a full moon, and then the 17th we have Easter. And then on the last day of the month we have Pluto will go retrograde. All the planets have been direct. That's why shit's been so crazy. And then we get our first solar eclipse, which kicks off eclipse season for 2022. Remember, eclipse season just makes everything extra wilder and crazier. But I'll be here basically slamming out videos for y'all. I'm going to be in the middle of my mid-month fundraiser push. Any support and contributions would be absolutely greatly appreciated ahead of Easter. And we'll be tracking all the shit, but definitely watch out for winds and hails and rains and tornadoes and just crazy people losing their minds. All right? You guys are awesome. I hope you have a great day. And please let me say thank you to the people who've gotten me to within $593 of hitting my goal. Oh, yeah, and it's my Planetary Defense Commander 8-year anniversary on the 23rd. But thank you to Asteroid Fight Club, and thank you to Jesus Loves Gays on Facebook, Carmen, Riley, Rix, Darlene, Texas Angel, Robert, Karen, Justin, Patricia, Alexis, Lauren, Barbara, Glenda, Arnica, Light Soul, Dan, Marlita, Brian, Ann, Max, Miguel, Susan, Teresa, and everybody out there is cool. I super duper absolutely appreciate y'all. And please have a great week. Stay cool. And know this too shall pass.